honest, I do feel a little bit scared to do this video because I'm like, how is this gonna turn out? It only just adds to the fun of the first impressions. Now for the main event. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Mothering in Style, where I share my love for fashion, beauty, lifestyle, and bring you along on my motherhood journey. So if any of those topics interest you, then please do consider subscribing, and if you enjoy this video, give it a little like for me. So in today's video, we're doing a first impressions of the E.L.F. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I feel like this is probably the most talked about product on the internet right now. So I had to pick it up and I had to give it a try. So it is described as, let's have a look, straight from the horse's mouth, a full-size, multi-purpose liquid glow booster infused with skin-loving ingredients to give your complexion a soft, focused, social filter effect in real life. It's sounding good. So it's meant to be a bit of a hybrid between skincare and makeup. I think it's basically a tinted moisturiser, but I'm not gonna lie, I've been getting confused because some people have been putting it on under their makeup, sometimes people are wearing this as makeup, so I don't know, but we're gonna give it a try. So how I'm planning to use this is as a tinted moisturiser in the same way that I would use my current fave, which is the Rare Beauty Positive Light Tinted Moisturiser. So I'm going to prime first. This is the NYX, what is it, Shine Killer primer, which is actually one of my favourite mattifying primers. So I'm going to prime first because my skin can get very shiny, and based on kind of how that product is described, it's giving glow. So I need to combat that. And I'm also going to colour correct because it's not full coverage, it's a very light finish, so I want to put some coverage in there through colour correction, and then hopefully I won't need so much coverage in the product itself because it is light coverage. So I feel like in order to give it a fair chance against the other products that I love, I have to use it in the same way, which is why I'm doing the colour correction and everything. I'm also just gonna set that primer and colour corrector with my setting powder. This is the Laura Mercier setting powder, just to give me that extra protection against getting super oily. Okay, now for the main event. So when I went to go pick this up in store, I purposely went to store because I wanted to test it. I didn't buy it online, and then they had no testers. So this is a real first impressions because I haven't even swatched it. The label and everything is still on the packaging. I haven't opened it. So to be honest, I do feel a little bit scared to do this video because I'm like, how is this gonna turn out? But I thought it only just adds to the fun of the first impressions. So here's me opening it. Oh my gosh, I can't get it open. Right, I'll speed this bit up. Okay, open. So, oh wow, the applicator is so big. It's huge, it feels so big. Yeah, let's swatch it and see. Oh, you know what? I think this is alright. I guess we'll see. Right, I don't want to go in with too much, but I do like this applicator because it makes it really easy to just put on your face and you don't have to put it on the back of your hand. So I would normally do my concealer and my blush first, but I'm gonna do it this way so that we can really see what the product looks like. So I've dabbed it kind of all over. I feel like I probably should have blended out one area first, but we're really going for it, so let's just go all in. I am definitely a brush girl over a sponge, so I'm just gonna blend this out with a brush. And I'm trying to pat it rather than dragging it too much. But now that I'm blending it out, it feels a little bit thicker than I thought it was when I first applied it. It definitely feels a little bit thicker. I think I thought it was going to be really watery. But it kind of has like a bit of substance and thickness to it. But I definitely feel like it's looking very... like, I'm getting that blurring kind of and also glowy effect Is the glowy gonna get shiny? That is the question. Okay, initial first impressions. I really like that. I feel like it's quite smoothing on the skin. Like, I definitely feel like it's giving me a bit of a blurred effect. It is definitely shinier than my Rare Beauty, which I've been using really often. I'm gonna add a little bit more because I feel like I'm seeing a tiny bit of the colour corrector that I put on. So I just feel like I want to add a little bit more. And this applicator doesn't actually put that much product on your face. So what this is most commonly kind of seen as a dupe of is the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I haven't actually tried that, so I can't compare it to that. But as I said, I'm kind of comparing it to my Rare Beauty because that's the other tinted moisturiser-esque product that I use. And also because I was struggling with not being able to match myself because there weren't any testers, I was obviously having a look on YouTube and the store and just Googling, kind of trying to work out what shade I would be. This is shade 7. Yes, shade 7 Deep Rich, which I'm really happy with, to be honest. I actually think it was a really good shade for me. But what I will do is I will list in the description box down below this shade and all the other shades that I use in other foundations, so that if you haven't tried this but you've tried Rare Beauty or Dior or Too Faced, you'll be able to match yourself, because I found that no one had really done that, or no one that I looked at had done that, and that's what made it really hard. So I will definitely link those down below so that you'll be able to shade match a bit more easily. Okay, I am liking it. I do feel very shiny, really shiny. But I'm hoping that once I do my concealer and everything like that, that it will balance out. But I feel like we should continue using E.L.F products. So I'm gonna use the E.L.F Putty Blush. This is the shade, can't remember. This is the shade Barley. I can hardly ever find this to link it these days, but I will try and find it. And then I also bought this E.L.F Putty Bronzer. I've never used this before, as you can see. I just bought this when I bought the foundation, but I really like these putty blushes, so I figured that I will probably like this. So I might as well just test this out for you as well so that you can see, even though it's not a new product. But in case you haven't tried it, I'm just gonna warm it up with my brush. Again, I hope it's the right shade because there were no testers. It's not looking as dark on my hand as I imagined it to look, but hopefully. And then I'm just gonna apply it straight on my brush onto my face. I think I quite like it actually. Let's just give myself a bit of dimension. I just love a bronzed look, and even though we're coming to the end of summer, there's no one who says you can't be bronzed in autumn. So I plan to be bronzed for both. But I'm not gonna lie, it's really throwing me how shiny I look on camera right now. It's really throwing me. I feel like I look way shinier than I normally do, but I think I'll be able to balance it out. I don't know, but it gives me concerns for how it's gonna wear during the day for someone with oily skin, but we have to try new things, so there you go. Right, now that I've done my bronzer, I'm also gonna do my blush. Okay, I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup off camera and then I'll come back with my final thoughts and the final look. Right guys, this is the final look. I'm really pleased with how it turned out, and I think overall it's definitely something that I'm going to continue using. I think it's given me a really natural finish, which I'm really pleased with. I think it was really easy to apply and blend, so if you're new to makeup, really beginner friendly. I think it was super easy to use. So in that respect, I can totally see it becoming something that is just my daily foundation, or when I'm actually want to wear makeup, that will be what I'll reach for. Is it going to replace my Rare Beauty? Don't know if I can say that, but I think those two are going to be my top two products for like a really everyday face. I tried to keep the rest of my makeup quite natural, just adding my concealer and my blusher. I did add a cheeky little lash because, you know, I just have a bit of a weakness for a lash. But overall, really liking it. We'll have to see how it wears throughout the day, but I really feel like I lost that true shiny finish once I added the rest of my makeup products. The other thing that I feel like I need to give a special shout out to is this Putty bronzer. I really like this, and I can totally see this becoming a staple in my routine. You know that I love my Fenty matchstick contour, but I actually think I might like this more, so I think I'll be replacing that contour for this bronzer. I think it gives such a nice bronzed finish and quite a natural effect, so I really like that. The only other thing that I would mention is that if you do have issues with your skin, like acne for example, and you're looking for a true full coverage, I don't think this product will be for you. Obviously, I think that you could add to the coverage by spot concealing underneath, and that will definitely give you a bit more coverage, but this is definitely more of a light coverage. I think this is more for if you want to go for that natural look, and if you have issues with your skin and you still want to go for that natural look, then I just feel like that's what you should do. Having blemishes or hyperpigmentation or any of those things shouldn't mean that you have to wear full coverage all the time. I just don't think that's realistic, and I think all of us have issues with our skin from time to time, and some unfortunately suffer with it more than others. So if you are looking for full coverage, then this won't deliver that, but I do think it gives a really nice natural finish. I will try and report back on my Instagram or on TikTok about how it wears throughout the day and whether I think that kind of works for someone with an oilier skin texture. But other than that, I'm really liking it. I also picked up this Matte Magic Mist and Set, so I'm gonna finish my face off with that. Oh, there's none coming out. Okay. Okay. And let that dry down, and hopefully that will help in terms of keeping me matte. But let me know in the comments below if you've tried this. Let me know if you plan to try it. As I said, all of the shade information will be down below alongside all the other shades that I wear in other foundations. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. It really helps to support my channel, and leave me a comment down below so that I can just show you that I appreciate you for watching. If you haven't subscribed, click subscribe, and I would love to see you join the family. Take care. Bye.